Hi everyone. Today I'll be talking about this Militia record that I just released. So Militia was an old heavy metal band from the Austin area, and it was a relatively short-lived project, but they left behind a pretty significant legacy, especially for vinyl collectors. So some of you may know that the 1986 12-inch EP they did fetches like $4,000 these days. It was a self-released 12-inch, and I think they only made 100 copies. Maybe only 50 or 60 copies still exist, maybe less. So this record contains their two demos from 1985, Regiments of Death, and No Submission demo from 86, plus a couple of bonus tracks. As you can see, it's printed on foil paper, CMYK process, so it's actually not foil stamp. It's printed on this foil paper itself. So wherever where it's not printed, you can see the foil paper. So the inside has a nice photo spread, like Ceremony and some others that I've done recently. So in the tradition of NWN's archival projects, I did a nice zine type of booklet packed with biography and other artifacts from the time period. So the coolest thing about this is that it's actually scanned in mostly from their photo album. So even the cover is a cut and paste. It's hard to see in the video, but it's a cut and paste artwork that was pasted on the cover of their photo album. So we made it look like the actual photo album. And Mike, the vocalist, took meticulous notes about every gig. So there's a nice history of every gig that they play. It's pretty insane what they accomplished in such a short amount of time. They only existed from 84 to 86, but they played with bands like Watchtower, Slayer, LA, Nasty Savage 3 times, Slayer again in 84. Can you imagine Slayer LA in 84? And they played that legendary gig with Militia opening up for both Slayers. Slayer, where is it? It's this one here. Slayer San Antonio and Slayer LA in 1984. Pretty damn crazy. They also opened up for Watchtower multiple times. They were good friends. Exciter, Megadeth, Warlock, Metal Church, King Diamond. That was one of their last gigs in 86. Yeah, so it has demo cover scans, lyrics to every song, a very, very detailed and well-researched biography written by my friend Jason. It's probably one of the most extensive biographies written for the band, I think. It's just like a history lesson. Of course, lots of band photos from the time period. And there's some really cool flyers in here from a time when everyone just drew it directly on the paper, no typewriter or anything. Where is that? Oh, here's a really cool picture of Jason from Watchtower, Mike in the middle from Militia, and that's Nasty Ronnie from Nasty Savage. And here's a gig flyer where that photo was taken. And the gig flyer for that King Diamond gig in 86. This must have been shortly after Merciful Fate broke up and formed King Diamond. Here's the flyer for the famous gig where San Antonio Slayer and LA Slayer played together and Militia opened for them. How cult is that? 1984 Slayer. That's insane. Yeah, so this is one of the most extensive archival projects that we've done here. And just to make it more authentic for Austin, we released it under Eastern Front Records, since those guys, if you remember the band, not the band photo, but the photo I took with Mike in the store, they walked into the store about 2 years ago when I opened up, and it it was cool meeting them and talking about old metal. We struck a deal at the time, so I figured it was a good opportunity to release something on the sub-label. A limited copies are on this interesting clear silver marble type of vinyl. So there you have it. It's pretty much a lesson in old heavy metal from Texas, so please buy it and enjoy it.